What's up, everybody? I'm Tamara, and welcome to Tam Psych Advice. Today, we're going to talk about INFJ empathy. Do you have the ability to understand and share the feelings of another? Then that means you have empathy. Empathy is used to describe a wide range of experiences. It is the ability to sense other people's emotions, coupled with the ability to imagine what someone else might be thinking or feeling. God created empathy and placed it inside INFJs. Your moment of enlightenment comes when you discover empathy. Empathy is about when you keep trying, even when something doesn't work, and even when you discover something that's different from everything else. It's not about you, it's oftentimes about someone else. Ego has to be moved out of the way to truly read someone else. INFJs understand this. INFJs understand this. They learn to function in a broader way. They know how to pay it forward by seeing how other people experience life. Empathy is looking at life through someone else's life. That must be tough. That must be amazing. There's more people in this world than just me. INFJs know this. So many things align with empathy. Music and empathy align. It can make the toughest person cry and the weakest person find strength. Music can evoke and make you feel something. They can discern when someone is going through something and have a willingness to get involved. People are inherently selfish. When you're caught up in your own survival, how can you empathize with anyone? That's a big problem to INFJs. People don't realize how much they play a role in selfishness. You have to be open and curious and enlightened to the road of empathy. For an INFJ, empathy, tapping into it, is like a sport. They know it's never just yourself when you reach success. Someone else plays a part in every win that you have. They know how to get ego aside. They know how to consider the role that other people play in their life. That is one way to move from selfish to empathy. How can one be selfless? Understanding the experience of others is vitally important to an INFJ. They know how to look at a variety of angles for context. They know how to stay open to a greater vantage point. They can see what other people experience and how their perspectives are unique, and their empathy gets them inside that world. They can do what many people can't do, which is why INFJ intuition is so powerful. That's what empathy does for them. They don't get stuck in the get over it frame of mind. If you're a man, what's it like to be a woman? If you're one race, what is it like to be another? What impacts their world? You would make different decisions if you were born into poverty or wealth, or vice versa. They understand the power of not vilifying people and trying to figure out the path of another person's truth instead of dismissing it as fodder. So when you wonder why you don't have the intuitive depth of an INFJ, it may be the limits that you put on your willingness to deal with empathy on a much deeper, open, and evolving level. The stronger your bias, the more difficult it is to forgive. What's your level of awareness? Once you realize there are other people involved with a different evolution than you, is when empathy kicks in and takes you on an intuitive journey that you've never experienced before. INFJs know because they live it. How do you relate to empathy as an INFJ? And do you think that's the driving force behind your intuition and your high skilled level of understanding people? Let us know in the comments. INFJs have a very deep empathic ability towards other people. Like, they really, really care very much about other people's psyche, which is why they can make the best psychotherapists. INFJs can perceive hidden meanings, intent, and rationales behind people, circumstances, and events. Simply put, they can see what's beyond the surface. They have been accused of being psychics, even though if you ask many of them, they will say, I don't know what you're talking about. But they tend to assess the information that they have to foresee possible outcomes in the future. This ability is what makes them stereotypically labeled as psychics, which is accurate for some of them. They're able to discover patterns, and those help them to draw conclusions through their hunches and forecast what could happen to someone in the future. They RFE, which is extroverted feeling. They use that to be sensitive to people's feelings, emotions, and moods. And that's why they're often called the empath, because they can sense even the slightest changes in the behavior of the people around them. They are super aware of people's body language, and they can determine people's feelings and intent based on facial expressions and vocal tones. And if you're interested in dating an INFJ, you might want to check out my book, Flip the Script on Love, because it's all about deep healing and healing personal wounds from being hurt in romantic relationships, and also things that you can do while you're waiting on love and how to elevate so that you can make a great companion to someone else. And then if you're dealing with difficult people, check out my book, The Workplace Narcissist by Tamara Zyon, and it has strategies to help you, and also goes into a very deep dive into the psyche of a narcissist in only the way that an ENFJ could. So check those out on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description box, and let me know what other INFJ videos you'd like to see on my channel. And check out my playlist. I've got plenty of videos on INFJs, and I'll see you, my friends, on the next video. Bye.